Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer and your hostess. These Pottery Barn Fall 2025 looks are so warm and inviting. The color palettes are immaculate, and I think that we can get you this look for much less. And I think you already know how I'm going to do that. We're going to search Amazon for some of these beautiful pieces in these images. We'll see what we can find. And I can probably give you a sneak preview. We'll find a lot, and they will be for much less. All right, why don't we jump into it? Our first item that's new at Pottery Barn is this cone hydrangea, and the new part is the color. This rust color is being featured prominently this fall 2025, and a green was featured last year. And those are still beautiful, and they're still using those a tad here and there, but this rust color is just taking over. It works perfectly with this very precise color palette. You can see that the colors in the drapes and the cushion are used throughout the room, and that's why these rust flowers work so very well here. I found these cone hydrangeas in a very similar color on Amazon. The price of these varies a tad, but not that dramatically. So even if you were buying them at the full price, it would still be worth it. If it were me, I would buy probably 3 sets of these. So if you don't have that sort of budget to make an investment like that, then you may want to skip and wait until the future. But now consider how the Pottery Barn is so much more expensive, and it's the same thing. I would get 3 sets, so that would be such an investment compared to these compared to this Amazon version. And I love the color variation on these. I think it's just beautiful. They're also featuring their cream cone hydrangeas. These aren't as tall of a cone, so I don't know, they look a little bit rounded to me. And these are featured a lot in the fall, especially with that new furniture collection. I think it's called the Alton, but I could be wrong. These are the 4-piece cream cone hydrangeas. I like the idea that they're silk. These are $22 for the 4 stems. You could get away with getting 2 sets rather than 3 probably. And I love the price on these. They look very realistic. And the pictures don't, because they're doing that thing where they're placing them in the picture. But still, you're getting the idea. And I think they're just beautiful. This room is featured a lot in their fall 2025 looks. I've selected 2 items from this room so far to dupe for you. And we'll start with the light fixture. This is $399 for a smaller version in diameter. And I found something interesting on Amazon to compare to this. So compare the $399 to this one, which varies between $127 and $159. And I think it's just as nice. Now with this one, you're seeing that it has the nickel accents, and they do go beneath the drum shade. And that's fine with me. I think it looks very nice. There's also a version of this in the same link that is black rather than the nickel, but I selected the nickel because I thought it looks more California casual, similar to the Pottery Barn look. Now the second item that I'm doing in this room is that little cocktail table to the right. It's also featured in other very beautiful rooms in the fall, and I think I have some photos of those coming up. Now it really is only big enough to put a drink on, and I love that they didn't style it with a drink on it. Because it does have that look of a sculpture and can stand alone. While the Pottery Barn has a subtle swirl of marble in it, and is made of a high quality marble, mine is solid wood, which doesn't really compare, but you can get the same shape for such a low price of $72. And then I wanted to mention also, it comes in walnut, and walnut is just so hot right now, but obviously it could stand the test of time. And I actually prefer the walnut, and I think it could blend in with a lot of these pieces, even some of the light wood pieces in this collection. And that would be, it would blend and harmonize with some of the other pieces that are the same color as walnut, but not walnut. Actually, one of them's coming up. Someone's mowing in my neighborhood. You may hear it in the background, but probably not. Anyway, there is a marble lamp in this room, and you've seen this lamp before, I think starting in the spring, but in different shades. And the one that now they're featuring in the fall a lot, so it's not a new lamp. It's just that they're really focusing on this Calcutta version for the fall 2025. And I already had a dupe for this style of lamp with the Calcutta previously, and I'm going to show it to you again because if you've watched my videos for a while, maybe certain items don't stand out to you, but I have a feeling this one might have because I just went nuts over these lamps. So, and it's a pair. So let's take a look. Do you remember these beauties? They are a faux marble pair of lamps, and they're quite high. They're 28 inches high, so wow. And they don't look as high as the Pottery Barn, but they are very similar in height. It's just that they're more stout at the bottom. Now, these are faux marble, so not as high quality, but they would be a little lighter. I don't know if that really matters. But you're getting two for $200, and these are smashing. Like, I feel like if you did have these, they would always most likely be the nicest thing in the room. And it's so wonderful when you can select a lamp that has such a big impact on your design, and these certainly would. I decided to do a dupe for the Alden console table simply because I love it. And I do think it's worth the $8.99. Very beautiful. I love how wide it is with the 66-inch width. But it's the variations and shapes and that contemporary look, yet that natural nature of the wood. I just love that combination. So let's see what I came up with. This console table is amazingly $150 in comparison to that $8.99, and it's 59 inches wide. This is a brand called Tribe Signs on Amazon, and I like the lines of this just as much as the Pottery Barn version. Obviously, there are variations in the way that those pieces are put together, but I really like this one too. So I thought you might enjoy seeing it. It's quite tall too. Make sure it's not so much taller than your sofa if you are looking for one to go behind your sofa. Just double check that. Take a look at this decorative wooden bowl shown in some of the fall 2025 images. This has a natural edge, so it has variations in the rim of the edge. It's beautiful and very natural looking. The dark wood is sometimes unusual for them, so it's just something very different and new. Well, I did find an alternative for you, and I'd like to show you. I found this bowl on Amazon, and what I love about it is that it's food safe. It's actually a fruit bowl. And it's so nice to have things in your home that can be used for multiple reasons, not just decor, because, you know, maybe you have a fruit bowl that you like better than this, and it would be just a decorative piece, but then you could grab this and use it for serveware when you have people over, maybe even in the exact spot that you decorated it. So anyway, just a thought. I also love the scalloped look of this. So it doesn't have the natural edge. And that was okay with me because scalloping is so in right now as well. And this is solid wood, just like the Pottery Barn piece, except for the fact that you can use it for serving and fruit. There are so many new pillow covers at Pottery Barn for the fall, and we have a lot of different color combinations. You're seeing some of them here. What I'm going to do going forward is just showing you the comparisons of pillows that I found on Amazon to the Pottery Barn. They won't always look exactly like them, but you'll see that it's the same feel. And so I'm not going to refer to these as dupes. But in some, they're extremely inexpensive. Some are a slight savings from the Pottery Barn. But I think you'll like the looks that I found, so let's do that. Let's get into that. The Aurea Suzani lumbar pillow is $99.50 for that cover. And I like the shape of the lumbar. I think these colors work well together. And they're using the ochre color and the olive together quite a bit in the fall. And my alternative is this square pillow, but it's quite a large one, designer size, and it does have a lot of detailing, just like the Pottery Barn one does. That's why I put that extra circle of fabric so that you could maybe see the detail and the textures in there. So I thought this was a nice alternative. This one is the Stevan Ikat pillow cover, also $99.50, 20-inch square. I found this one that is duck fabric, and it is not embroidered whatsoever, but it is a nice savings at $35. The patterns are so similar when you see them up close, which I didn't show you because I'm trying to get this done expressly with the pillows. But I thought this was a nice alternative. Now the next one's much less expensive. This pillow from Amazon is called the Jacobean, and it's $14.59 for the pillow cover. That one's 20 by 20. So is the Pottery Barn Ember embroidered pillow cover. That one's $89.50. I do think that's a nice alternative. If you like the Jacobean look, Studio McGee has one at Target, and I showed it in last week's video. Here is that pale yellow color. Again, it's the Jillian embroidered pillow, $79.50. And I like the pattern on this. This looks similar to a few pillows we've seen going back. It's just these colors are so different. Now, the one that I found for you is cream in the background, and it's actually beige in the pattern, but I did think it looks very similar. So check out this one from Amazon, priced at less than half of the Pottery Barn pillow cover. We have had crazy storms where I live. There have been tornado warnings, severe thunderstorms, like not just warnings. The thunderstorms sure did come, and we live near the water, and you know that that can be dangerous too. So it was just a bit of a mess lately. But I'm showing you these candles while I mention that because our power has gone out a few times. And I didn't realize that these could also be so functional. I just didn't think about it. But when the power started flickering in a recent storm, I hit the remote, turned them all on, and when the power went out and came back on and went out and came back on, and that happened all night that night, we were finally able to see in the house, and they were so handy. And there are some that I had in a candlestick that I'm not showing you that I actually brought with me when I took a shower. I know you're not supposed to take a shower in a thunderstorm, but the power went out while I was in the shower, and luckily that candle was right outside of the glass door and I could see. I mean, it was cracking me up. But anyway, I received an unsolicited compliment from my husband. He said, "Oh, this worked out well." And, you know, it's the most you can hope for sometimes is a few words of affirmation, but those were mine. And anyway, perhaps you would get those too if you decided to go for these for decorative purposes, and then also if you ever need them in an emergency. If you happen to like the sconces, those are from Amazon too. I got them two for $20, and I bought them because they looked like sconces at CB2 that I loved. So they might be a little modern for some of you, but if you like them, I will link them. I put together a few mood boards for you so that you can see how some of these lookalikes from Amazon work in harmony. So I'll let you look at those to some beautiful music, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. All of the fun items that you saw from Pottery Barn Fall and also the Look for Less items will be linked in my description box. I get a small commission if you click on those and make a purchase, and it doesn't affect your price at all. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I wish you would. I will see you guys again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.